Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be talking about the newest thing Star Stable has posted about horse progression, UI, and more. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to be just chatting about this while I'm training and maybe buying some stuff, and yeah, well, let's just get started. Okay, so now I've told you guys that I'm gonna talk about, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so starting this off, I'm gonna say a couple of like the biggest points. The official horse progression and UI is officially going to be released May 25th. So May 25th is coming up in like a few weeks, so I think it's about 2 weeks that May 25th is coming up. So it's coming up soon, guys. So we need to prepare because, guys, I am so excited for the horse progression. Mainly the horse progression, though. So I saw one of I think it was Mintozy, and her video of showing what it would look like, and I wasn't really happy with how it looked. I'd say the new UI looks a little bland, so don't know how I feel about that. Next, they talk a little bit about community collaboration, so I'm gonna go ahead and read that out now. Half of Star Stable is made by us, and the other half is made by the players. The development of this game has always been a dance between us, and we hope to learn the footwork together. This is all very flowery of saying that we need you. So basically they're saying here that Star Stable needs us for like info and on the new like UI, but something I've noticed is Star Stable, when we give them feedback, they don't really take it into account. I feel like, for an instance, I feel like they just don't even like really care about what we say, but also they do. I mean, this is what they're saying here, but I don't really think they're saying it. I mean, I know they're saying it because they mean it, because yes, they need us for crap. They need us for like knowing the best things to do, but mainly they just think and like listen to us when it's about horses, because they mainly just care about like horses and stuff. Anyway, moving on. They continue to say, horse progression is one of our most ambitious projects that aims to reframe what leveling horses in SSO looks like. With this major update, we are focusing on translating horse levels and horse experience, aka horse XP, into a representation of the bond between rider and horse. This means that you and your horse will unlock new skills as you progress together. An example, one of these skills is the ability to command your horse to return to your side over great distances with a whistle. So I'm really excited for that, because this is gonna sound weird, but I walk around Jorvik a lot because I don't know why, if it's because I'm doing a dare for a video or I'm doing it because I'm bored. I walk around Jorvik a lot, and then I have to like call for pickup, but if it's in a place that I want to stay and I don't want to spend the star coins, then you can always call your horse there, which is really nice, and I'm super duper excited for that. So they say next, this has been a continuation of our horse bonding initiative, and we are planning on using feedback to help us consider our next steps and further polish horse progression and horse purchasing. Okay, so all of this that they're saying is really good. Finally, I found that check mark. So all of this that they're saying is really good, and I'm in love with all that they're saying. But I feel like I mean, of course they're giving us feedback, and they're telling us to give them feedback as well. And I don't know if I'm gonna give them feedback personally, but I will definitely give them feedback through my channel. but I don't know if Star Stable sees my channel, so I'm gonna be giving them feedback on the updates. It's not gonna be, well, is it gonna be next week's update? Okay, it's not gonna be next week update. It's gonna be 2 weeks from now. I think it's 2 weeks, unless it's 3. Don't listen to me. Anyway, it's the official date is 25th for like the date they're uploading it. They say, we also want to highlight that we welcome constructive feedback from the community regarding our changes with the UI with open arms. We need a player, where am I? We need player support to make sure our future UI lays the groundwork for a bright future for Star Stable. Without losing the iconic Star Stable feel or legacy UI had, with the new player character, state machine, horse progression, UI updates, Star Stable is boldly stepping into its second decade of life. We are grateful for the players' support and feedback. We hope to continue this dance together for many years to come. So all that they're saying is super duper sweet. They are offering to us and telling us basically to give them constructive criticism. And I really want to, but at the same time, usually I feel like they don't listen to us that much. So I'm not quite sure who posted this, but I'm pretty sure it was one of Star Stable's workers. They say, there have been some updates since I last wrote about horse progression back in September last year. Firstly, in that post, I announced our plans to allow you to complete in daily races multiple times per day, which I feel like it's a struggle for a lot of people who really like to train their horses thoroughly and like level their horses up fast, because I feel like I try. So I was in like a streak of training every day and like doing it really hard and like thoroughly, but now I am not doing it as much. But I still think that is going to be a wonderful update. She continues to say, once for each of your horses. Oh, okay, so that rests my case. So if you have 60 horses, let's say, you can do that race 60 times, because that is a really, really awesome thing to have. But if you're trying to level up one horse, then it's not, because you won't get the same amount of XP for one horse. This is one of our most requested features from the community, at the top of the wish list of Stacy Place, our game director. As this feature still needs more time in the oven, we will be releasing horse progression first and then making sure everything is cooked thoroughly for our future race system improvements. I am so excited for the race improvements because I find a lot of the races we need improvements on. She continues to say, we are also trying to expand to old features and incorporate existing rewards into our new progression system. We want to be very clear about what happens to purchases made prior to this release. Players who bought lead rope will still be able to access this feature for all of their horses with no level restrictions. Players without can unlock lead rope for each horse individually by leveling it up to level 3. Any horse already purchased with special movement or special trick will keep this feature regardless of level. Newly bought horses after the Newly bought horses after the horse progression will unlock these unique skills at level 7, further to reference the growing connection and trust. All existing horses can unlock the new rewards, and your already trained horses will automatically unlock rewards equivalent to their level. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what that means, but it sounds pretty good from what I can hear. Everything in this is sounding amazing so far, so I'm getting super duper excited for all of this. I'm getting pumped up, so I'm really excited. Okay, so they continue to say, We held an ambassador test for horse progression in early February this year and got a ton of incredible feedback. I will cover our response to the UI user interface feedback below because this is on a post, and they say the biggest changes we've made since have been a few UI customization options, improving the introduction to our new features, and merging everything with new horse state machine. So basically what she's saying, or this person is saying, is that basically the UI is going to be more like customizable. I already thought it was pretty customizable as it is because there's a lot to your UI. I don't know if they're talking about you can literally change the color of your UI or what, but it all sounds like pretty good so far. The newest UI that we're going to be getting on May 25th or the 25th of this month, it's going to be really small. And I'm kind of concerned about that for people that have really shaky hands, or they literally they don't have the ability to click on something that small or anything, or I just am kind of worried about that, and I think Star Stable should make it a little bit bigger, or at least have the options. Okay, so now I've talked to you guys a little bit about like the other things. Now we're going to move on to the next topic of today, which is leveling and stat redistribution. So they continue to say, we're making some changes to the way horses level up in Star Stable. We want to make it easier for you to unlock more of Jorvik's events early in your horse's journey. That's why we're redistributing the stats gained so that each horse reaches peak performance at level 13, which is like 13 is 2 levels that you don't have to go, and those levels are like hefty amounts of XP. What does this mean for you? Well, if your horse reaches level 13, you'll have an equal chance of competing in championships and using those races to gain the last few horse levels. And when your horse reaches its maximum level, we'll celebrate by awarding it a unique golden nameplate in your home stable. You can choose whether it's to show off your horse's new bling, or you can toggle this off in the settings to keep it simple with the rustic wood look. I am so excited to see this new little bling for our horse because I think our maxed horses should have something like that. I think this is an amazing feature Star Stable is adding. We have given a complete makeover to our game in HUD heads-up display for desktop and small updates to mobile alongside the revamped leveling system. Although we know that many players loved our old HUD, and we did too, we need to build a new UI that was robust and flexible enough to allow for the new gameplay added in horse progression and many of the new features we're planning for the future. The horse progression update introduces new functionality, but the visuals are not final. We heard a lot of feedback about the HUD missing that familiar Star Stable charm. Our UI and UX designers are hard at work building a new Star Stable online design system. This system will allow us to build new features and experiences faster than ever for all of our players across all platforms. It's like a library of components, buttons, menus, windows that tells us how something should look and behave. This way, you know what to accept from every click, whether you are on our website, mobile, or desktop. This new design system should give us all of our players a singular UI aesthetic that looks and feels like Star Stable. We considered waiting for us to finish the design system before we will release horse progress to you all, but we want to give you this new features ASAP. So we've talked about the horse changes we're making today. We've talked about the changes we're making today, but let's take a moment to talk about the future. During our horse progression ambassador test, we received tons of feedback on our UI, and our first impression was dizzying. We have players asking for smaller icons, bigger icons, more stuff on the screen, less stuff on the screen. This feedback you told us is one very This feedback told us one very important thing. Each of our players has their own way of playing. Instead of us ignoring some portion of our player base, we want to support that uniqueness in all of you by creating a customizable UI experience. We started this one with UI scaling options that launched on April 8th. Or April 6th, which made it possible to adjust the size of buttons and menus to suit your screen resolution, but we are excited to go much further with that, with horse progression. We're releasing the toggle options for further further customizability. But this is just the beginning. We are proud of the added functionality to reiterate the visuals for the new HUD, which will be getting an aesthetic update as soon as we finish our design system. For our team here, we are looking at updating our tools in our editor to help our designers ship better content faster. These new tools will let us finally adjust some of the areas of the other places that use custom written code to handle previous limitations. The future is collaborative and customizable. It's all sounding super duper amazing and wonderful, and I cannot wait for this update on May 25th. If you watched this video all the way through, thank you so much for sticking with me and listening to all of this. It's really a little bit crazy because this was a lot of things to read, but it was still so nice to tell this to you guys, and I really hope you guys like this update as well. It sounds like they're definitely going to make it customizable, so you guys can customize it to your heart's extent, which I really am excited for. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it means a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!